Before the video starts, I want to announce that I'm gonna start doing coaching. There's a Google Forms down below in the description, and that's where you can see information. Hello and welcome to my Sinclair guide. I wanted to make a guide on Sinclair because he's very strong right now in the meta, and I have a couple games on him. 153 games on top of the scrim and tournament games. A little recap about myself. I'm a 36. I've been the 36 since the game came out, and I have a lot of scrim experience and tournament experience on Sinclair because I'm playing support mostly, and Sinclair is usually picked for his supportive and utility capabilities in competitive. This guide will be more focused towards competitive and not really like fun builds. Firstly, I want to talk about his abilities. Then I want to go over his skill points and what's like the key skill points you should be aiming for. Then later I want to talk about items, and then after items I want to talk about some tech, and then we'll do a little VOD review of one of the games that I played. But first up, I kind of want to talk about what Sinclair is. He is a lane bully. First of all, he's the strongest laner in the game if you play him correctly, simply because of your spectral assistant. I'll talk about the abilities later. But his gun is very strong early. It's very, very strong and it's very oppressive. And he has insane like outplay potential. And he has a lot of like AoE CC with his rabbit. And the fact that you can steal people's ultimates. Let me talk about the abilities first. His one is a bolt that you fire. It's quite simple. You press one, it fires, and you press one more, it goes to your location. Little fun fact about the bolt that not a lot of people know is that if your target is behind a wall, for example, your bolt will basically target the enemy if you're aiming towards them. So if you do this, and you just aim towards the wall, right, and you also shoot another bolt if you have a clone up. So his 2 is your assistant. You basically spawn a clone of yourself, aka Lady Guys, because in the lore they have like some relationship stuff. Basically, with pressure 2, you spawn a clone, it duplicates your bolts, you get 2 bolts, double the damage, and it also shoots when you shoot. The funny part about your 2 is the fact that this can be placed wherever you want, and this auto aims to people if the spectral assistants see them. You have to aim at them. So it's the same example with the bolt here and this target. If I place my spectral here and I aim in their direction, I will hit this guy, since this thing auto aims for you. That's why he is so oppressive in lane, because of his 2. So you just pop down your 2 in like any direction, and you just burst people and you nuke them, since your gun deals a lot of damage and this deals a lot of damage. So you have insane lane pressure. Another thing about this 2, you can TP with it. So if you place your 2, you will TP and you leave your clone back so you can keep shooting. I will talk about some tech and stuff you can do with the spectral later in the video. Your 3 is the rabbit. It's a AoE polymorph basically. So anyone in the area gets turned into rabbit. They take bonus damage and they get movement speed bonus. That's why you want to pair Sinclair with some slowing like items that slow your rabbits down so they don't run away from you. It's very good in competitive specifically, because you're able to just CC a lot of people for, like in this example, it's 3 seconds if I level that. So it's like 3 seconds of hard CC and they can't do anything if you rabbit them. Then later you can buy other items to basically get more duration and cast it multiple times, like a Echo Shard. And then your ulti is quite simple. You just steal other people's ultimates, and once you use your ultimates, the cooldowns get reduced by 50%. So let's say in Furnace, for example, he has a cooldown of ulti, say 126, and once it's down to 65. Sinclair is a very high skill ceiling and skill gap type character, simply because you need a lot of knowledge on enemy ultis and how they kind of function and how you can bully people in lane. Now I want to go over the skill points and what skill points are like good and what skill points aren't really that good. Let me go over the Vexing Bolt. In its current state, building into Vexing Bolt is kind of bad, because Rabbit exists and the fact that you're able to steal ultimates, because Sinclair is a very draft heavy character. So in competitive, you would draft Sinclair into characters that have very good ultimates. So you would draft Sinclair into, for example, a Calvin to steal Calvin Dome, into a Dynamo, into a Pocket. You would draft it into a Warden to steal Warden ult, because Warden ult is really strong. And since you're already building duration on Sinclair and range, your ultis are going to be really good. So you draft them into big teamfight ultimates. Yeah, the skill points. The first one just applies fire rate slow. It's whatever, who cares really. The tier 2 is just less cooldown, so it's 11-second cooldown for the bolt. And then you can start building stuff like rapid recharge and extra charge for more bolts, right? And then your max, when you max it, you do more damage, like maximum damage. So your bolts do more damage based on how far they travel, right? And your assistant does more damage, basically.
Who's my lovely assistant?
With the bolts.
Time for some misdirection.
So this is like full on like bolt build. It's not really that viable for competitive simply because Rabbit is better and the utility with stealing ultimates is better. Next up is your Spectral Assistant. This is very crucial. The first point allows you to spam your Spectral in lane. This is very crucial actually. The first point, since it reduces the cooldown from 40 seconds to 30 seconds, so you have higher uptime of your clone. Because your clone is like your big damage ability in lane. And then your tier 2 is also very good because it allows you to cast your assistant further away and your assistant lasts for longer. So in lane, for example, you want to get this super early, simply because you're able to put your assistant far away. Then you can just harass people if they're like hiding and just completely bully them and they can't really do anything about it. Then the last upgrade is basically more fire rate for your gun. And your assistant does more damage. It's okay. But it's something you get kinda late into the game. You don't really need this unless you're doing like a meme build, like you're building Gun Magician, for example. But that's not really viable when, like I said, Rabbit exists. Third skill. The first upgrade just reduces the cooldown from 10 seconds. I mean, from 30 seconds to 20 seconds. Less cooldown. Good. This ability is very good. And then the second upgrade is very important actually, because it increases the duration of the hex to 3 seconds from 1 second. I mean, from 2 seconds. So they're rabbited for longer, so they can't really do much. The last upgrade is very important actually, because this increases the amp of your team and your own amp by 5%. So right now it's 21% amp. So your teammates and yourself, you do 21% more damage to your enemies. And radius is really strong because it's flat radius. So if you buy range items, this range is crazy. And you will pretty much catch everyone in a team fight. And it's a big AoE. Yeah, it's very, very good. And then the ultimate is basically you upgrade based on what the enemies have. So for example, Infernus, his first upgrade is less cooldown. So if I level this once, his cooldown is 127, right? So if I steal Infernus ulti now, I pop it, it's down to 89 seconds, and this gets halved, so it's 44 seconds. So one thing that I like doing is getting my ulti leveled once, kinda early. Because if you look at the ultimates of every like other character in the game, their first ultimate upgrade is usually more cooldown or like less cooldown. So it's very important getting the first point, in my opinion, if you're doing as a utility Sinclair or like a Rabbit Sinclair. And then the second upgrade, once again, it correlates to the second upgrade of the character you're stealing your ultimates from. So it kind of comes down to knowledge, knowing what they do. So let's say, for example, let's say Lash. I wasn't gonna change to Lash, but his fifth upgrade, it basically stuns people. So if you max Lash ulti, or like if you max your Sinclair ulti, you will stun people when you use your Lash ulti. Same with characters like Pocket, for example. If you see Pocket Deflection, the increased radius for Pocket Deflection is very, very good for Sinclair. Because like I said, most of the time you buy range on him. So if you max your ulti and steal Pocket ulti, your Pocket ulti will be massive. So my Pocket ulti range should be kind of crazy now. Yeah, it's very big. And being able to steal Pocket ulti and have it half the like cooldown, and yeah, it's just very, very strong to max your ulti. It kind of depends on enemy draft too. Some games you want to max your ulti before your Rabbit, and depending on enemy ultis, for example. Next up, I wanted to talk about items, and I would mainly talk about the items that I would buy personally in like a competitive environment, not really the meme shit, you know, the meme items. Because I don't feel like that's not what this guide is about. It's how you play him like on a competitive level, right? So in the gun category, the only viable like tier 1 item in my opinion is Headshot Booster. Simply because it's 50 bonus damage and you want to be able to harass people in lane. So you always buy this on Sinclair because you can bully people. I kind of buy this every game because he's such a lane bully with Headshot Booster. Yeah, you could buy high velocity rounds, but it's kind of not necessary because you're not building into extra sword or armor piercing, so it's kind of like a waste. Monster rounds you could build if you're kind of struggling in lane, but most of the time you shouldn't be struggling in lane simply because Sinclair is just crazy lane bully, so you shouldn't lose lane. If you lose lane, you're kind of misplaying, in my opinion. Nothing else really matters here. Backstab is also another item that you kind of want to buy in Sinclair, simply because it's insane for his DPS in general in early game. Because his gun has a lot of damage, and being able to bullet shred them early in the game just allows you to do even more gun damage. And Backstabber deals 100 spirit when you proc it, so this just helps you bully people harder in lane. Fleetfoot, I don't see why you would buy this. I'll just go over the items I feel like you should be buying on Sinclair. Melee Charge if you're building melee Sinclair, and that's like the melee, like that's like what people build now on Sinclair. They build melee simply because your damage amp works on melee. So you're kind of like nuking people if they're rabbited. Another item you could be building is slowing bullets. It's not that bad actually, simply because people in rabbit, they get more move speed, right? And slowing bullet procs of your melee. So you could rabbit them and proc slowing bullets and they're kind of more slowed. It's not a bad item at all. Also gives you some fire rate, which is nice. The rest are you kind of don't need. Maybe you could buy weakening weakening headshot if they have like a lot of armors. In the tier 3 category, there's only like a couple items that's worth really picking up for Sinclair. First one is Alkfire. This is really good, simply because when you rabbit someone, you have this damage amp, right? So this reduces their spirit, their bullet resist, so your melee does more. And since you're amping the damage you're doing, means that your Alkfire is doing more damage too. So your punches are gonna do a shit ton more damage with Alkfire, simply because their bullet resist shredded and they are taking spirit damage, or increased spirit damage because your rabbit is damage amping. Another item you could pick up for Sinclair is Heroic Aura. You could build this if you want to go like an Aura bot. You build this more for utility, simply because you give your entire team bullet resist, and once you pop it, you give fire rate to everyone, so it's like a utility item. Another item you could pick up is Hunter's Aura, if they have a lot of like, if you want to go like an Aura type character as well, or like your Aura build. It's decent. I don't really recommend it, but you can. Point Blank could be decent too if you want to build punch and you don't really care about utility, you just care about damage. But if you care about damage, just buy Crushing Fist at that point. These items you don't really buy them at all. Toxic Bullets, you don't really buy this either because it's hard for you to proc it. Right here, you don't really need any of this in case, unless you're building like a meme build, but I'm not going to go over meme builds. Crippling Headshot is really good too. If they have a lot of armors and a lot of tankiness, I would buy this. Crushing Fist is really, really good. Your damage is gonna go through the roof once you buy this on Sinclair. Because you rabbit them, you punch them, and your melee distance is insanely long, so you can catch up to the rabbits. And yeah, your damage is just crazy high at this point. And you're able to like dodge people. This is like kind of like a mobility item too, because you're able to like dash around corners and stuff. Other than that, there's not really anything else you would buy in the gun category. It's kind of pointless. Vitality items, extra health, really good. Builds into Fortitude. Fortitude is also really, really good. Extra regen if you're getting bullied in lane and you need that extra regen and you don't want to buy healing right if you're like not that low to buy healing right. Extra stamina because you want to buy Arcane Search later. Arcane Search is really good too. Healing right if you're getting like hard bullied. You could also buy Rescue Beam later if you want to. Melee Lifestyle, you could buy this as well, but it's not necessary. Rebuttal if you're against like melee heroes, it's okay I guess. Then Sprint Boots if you want to buy enduring speed and if you want to be able to roam around the map. Battle Vest, you never really buy this at all. It's kind of pointless. Debuff Reducer, you want to buy this most of the games because I want to go over this after, or actually I can go over it now, but slowing Hex is the only thing that can stop you from TPing away. So getting Debuff Reducer or Remover just helps you get away better. Enchanter's Emblem, overtuned item. This item is just broken for any hero right now, simply because it gives you CDR and Spirit Power. And Sinclair likes both of these stats, and the Spirit Resist on top of this is really, really good. Enduring Speed just allows you to move around the map quicker, and if they have a lot of slows, you would buy this. Healbane, you don't really need to buy this, but if you want to, you could. It's hard for you to proc spirit damage unless you're building it to Alkfire, because I removed the Rabbit used to do damage, but they removed the damage he does, so it's kind of pointless. You don't need Healing Booster. Reactor Barrier if you're against like a CC lane. Restorative, you could buy this, not really necessary. Return Fire is actually quite good. It's very slapped upon. You build this into any like heavy gun, or like into any gun carries on enemy team. If they have like 2 gun carries, I would buy this. because most of the time on Sinclair you're on side lane fixing waves and you're kind of like playing around your TP. So this helps you survive and it helps you do like take trades easily. You don't really buy Spirit Lifesteal unless you're doing like meme builds. These two is situational, depends on your lane, etc. Tier 3 items, you don't really want to buy Bullet Resilience because you're kind of just going in, TPing away, and you're gone most of the time. And most of the time when you're going in, they are in a rabbit form, so they can't really fight you anyways. Counterspell is another item that is kind of slept upon. It's very, very good if you know how to use it correctly and if you know what abilities you're able to counter. So if there's a lot of heroes on the enemy team like a Pocket or an Infernus, you could buy Counterspell to counterspell the Pocket Affliction and even the Infernus ulti. Deeper from I touched upon this. This cleanses you for slowing hexes. If they have slowing hex, so you can TP away. Fortitude, which is just overtuned. It's a really good item. So you don't need to base. After you buy Fortitude, you kind of never have to base at all, and you can just place your TP, go to a wave, clear the wave, and then if you get poked, you just go back, go farm some boxes, do some camps, then you're back to full HP again, and you keep repeating this, and you're just like a very annoying character. You don't really buy Fury Trance. Healing Nova, I could buy this. I don't see the point though, but you could. Melee Life Strike, you could buy this too if you want extra survivability, but you don't really need to because you don't really stay in fights for that long. You're kind of just going in, doing some entry damage, and then you're out. Leap, you don't need it. You don't need Metal Skin. You could buy Rescue Beam, depends. Spirit Resist, if you're against heavy spirit damage, you kinda depends. Stamina Mastery, you don't really need this either. It's kind of pointless. You don't really dash a lot. You can just place your TP and TP away. Trophy Collector, also a troll item. You don't need this. It's just bad for your tempo in general, because if you buy this, you're basically wasting 3.2k until you get stacks, and you don't always get your stacks. Deadlock, you could buy this situationally. Let's say you're against like a Dynamo and you don't want to buy Warpstone, but you want to do some cheeky stuff. You can buy Wildwalker and steal Dynamo ult and go into a Veil and like Invis Black Hole, but it's kind of pointless. Warpstone is also good. It kind of depends on enemy team comps if they have ultis that you need Warpstone for. So let's say they have an Infernus or a Pocket, preferably Pocket for example. You steal a Pocket ulti and you place your TP behind you, and you can go into the enemy team and essentially Warpstone into this and just back off, right? It's a way for you to position yourself with your ultimates to get maximum value. Also, it's good for just escaping people in general. Tier 4 items, I'll go over every item that is like actually useful for him. Chitoff, pointless. Colossus, pointless too. Diamond Buyer, you could buy this. It's kind of pointless too, you don't need it. The only viable item here, in my opinion, or like the only viable items in my opinion, is probably Plated Armor and Spellbreaker. Depends on the enemy team comp. If they have like a lot of like gun carries, you would buy Plated Armor if you're getting nuked and you didn't buy a bullet resist. Spellbreaker if they have a lot of like spirit nukers like Pocket for example, and they're like a big threat, you could buy this. At some point you could buy Unstoppable, but this kind of depends on your team comp and enemy team comp. You could buy Unstoppable if you're able to steal Black Hole and you have Unstoppable Black Hole at that point. And if you have 0 Unstoppables, you kind of need 1 Unstoppable to contest mid boss as well. Now to the spirit category, tier 1s. You could buy extra charge. You have an extra bolt in lane. It's good. Or if you're doing Spirit Sinclair, but I didn't really want to go over meme builds again. Extra Spirit is actually not that bad, because your Spectral is going to do like extra damage in lane, so 4 extra damage per shot, it's not bad actually. And your bolts are going to do more damage in lane. Mystic Burst if you're doing bolt again, but don't really need this. Mystic Expansion is really good for your Rabbit into like the early game, because this extra 20% is actually gonna help you in some cases to get your rabbit off.
Don't worry, you'll turn back.
The rest you don't really need. Spirit Strike is actually really good too, because it resists their spirit resist. So if you punch someone in rabbit form, you will reduce the spirit, and once you toss your bolt, you will do more bolt damage on top of this. It's a good early game damage option, simply because you shred their armor and your bolt deals decent damage once you're on top of them. That's done with tier 1. Tier 2. Arcane Surge, it's really broken. Still don't know why this item isn't nerfed yet, but you do a roll. Any spell that you have has increased range and duration, and Sinclair likes both the range and duration on all of the things he's doing. So you can essentially proc Arcane Surge, press your 2, and this will have more duration on it, so it lasts for longer, so you're able to like go clear waves and stuff easier because of the 15% extra duration. The next up is Bullet Resist Shredder. It's okay, I guess. You don't really need this. Cold Front is really, really good though, because it slows the enemy movement speed. And like I said, when you rabbit someone, they get increased movement speed, and this slows them by 20%. So the combo is like you jump into them with your Arcane Surge, and then you hit your Cold Front, so they're slowed, and you get your damage off, right? Compressed cooldown and duration, both of these, the cooldown goes on your 2 into the early game, simply because you're able to have your spectral up more, because you want to be able to press your 2 and go clear camps and do random shit, or like just do stuff on the map, so the cooldown is nice on your 2 early. And then duration for your rabbits, so you can keep them rabbited for longer. Your Spirit is okay, you don't really need this. Message Slow, you could actually buy this if you want to, but you don't need to. You kind just build into Lightning Scroll, depends on enemy ultis too again. Like if they have a 7, I would like get Lightning Scroll for example, because it's really good. Because you're able to proc Lightning Scroll like a lot of times because of your low cooldown. Mystic Vulnerability, you don't really build this, kind of pointless. You don't need this either. Slowing Hex is good too, in my personal experience. You either buy Cold Front or you buy Slowing Hex. It kind of depends on the matchup. If they have a lot of characters with a lot of mobility, I would rather buy Slowing Hex over Cold Front. But that's just my take. Spirit Staff, if you plan on building Silence Wave, I don't really recommend it, but you could. You could build Suppressor if they have a lot of gun carries. It's kind of annoying for them to like actually deal with you, because of, you know, if you buy Cold Front and you buy Suppressor, your Cold Front procs Suppressor, so they are fire rate stud, and your 2 procs your Suppressor too. For the tricky items, you could buy DK. Depending on team comp, you don't really need to. Disarm actually, you don't really need to either. Your Earth expansion is very important for Sinclair, because you want your rabbit and your abilities to have more range. Knockdown depending on enemy team comp. If they have a lot of like shit that's flying in the air, you just buy knockdown and they're kind of fucked. And with Sinclair, you're probably already buying range and cooldown, so it's easy, very easy for you to get this off on people flying. You don't buy this, kind of pointless. Rapid recharge if you're doing bolt, but once again it's kind of troll in my opinion. Silence Wave, you could buy this if they have a lot of like stuff you want to silence. You build utility, it's good. If they have like a Yamato or a Geist or something that's just harassing you. Even a pocket actually. Silencing a pocket just makes him not want to play the game. Spirit Snatch is very big actually for Sinclair. It's a lot of bonus damage if you're doing melee. So once you rabbit them and you hit them with a melee, they get reduced spirit damage or spirit armor. And you steal their spirit resistor, even more tanky. So this allows you to be more tanky. You steal their spirit power and you do a shit ton of damage. So this item is very, very good. Very good. Superior cooldown. Sinclair really likes cooldown because of his ulti. Like right now it's a 68-second cooldown. Let's say a max poker ulti with superior cooldown. It's down to a 40-second cooldown right now on my ulti. So I will have so many ultimates during fights that I'm able to just like waste ultimates if I want to later into the game. Your rabbit as well, like it's 15-second cooldown. Your spectral is 23-second cooldowns at this point. Like it's super, super good. Duration for your rabbit and your ultimates that you're stealing, and your 2, because you want to be able to like place your clone and just run away. Like right now this thing is gonna last forever. Like this is gonna last for so long, so I can just go around the map and just have fun basically and just do whatever I want to do and just get back. Surge Power, don't know why you bought this. Tank Buster, no reason to buy this. Same with Torment Balls, it's kind of just wasting. Unless you're doing Bolt, you will buy Tank Buster, but Arctic Blast is good if you want to do some extra damage. If you want to build from Cold Front into Arctic Blast, you will do a lot of damage, simply because of the damage amp of this. Because it's 15% on top of the damage amp from your rabbit, which is like 20%. The idea is you like rabbit them, you press your Arctic Blast, they can't move, and then you punch them. So you did like an insane amount of damage, because this amps your damage and locks them in place. You're able to punch people or like do your damage easier. Boundless if you're doing Spirit, you don't need that Curse in case you want to shut down someone. Echo Shot on Rabbit, which is really, really good, because, you know, I talked about how your rabbit is very strong, so being able to rabbit someone and an Echo Shard and then a rabbit again, you basically have a almost 8 second of hardcore, like hard CC, and they just can't do anything once you get Echo Shard. Escalating, you don't need this. E-Shift, you don't need this either. Focus Lens, no point. Lightning Scroll, if there's ultimates you can steal, that can proc this easily, like 7 ulti or Ivy ulti. Kind of depends on enemy draft, and yeah, how often you're able to proc this item. Carpet, it's kind of troll. I don't know why you would need carpet if you have your 2. Mirk Mag, also, you don't need this. Same with the reverb, it's also bad. Refresher, why? Scourge is really good because it increases your spirit resist. You can put it in your teammate. And since you're already building range and cooldown and duration and all of this like shit, your cooldown on your Scourge and the range on it is gonna be crazy. So, like at this point, I have 48%, and if I punch this guy, since I have Spirit Charge, I have 55% Spirit Armor, so I'm super tanky. And I'm just in their face, being annoying, and just doing a shit ton of damage. And keep in mind, you can put this on your teammates too, so... Spirit Burn if they have a lot of heals, but it's very hard for you to proc Spirit Burn, so it's no point. Vortex Web, you could buy this as like a tech item, it's not that bad, but I would rather buy other items to help me, like Echo Shard. You could pull off tech like Vortex Web into a free to get like a massive hexes. Lastly, I want to talk about Sinclair tech, and there's actually a lot of tech with Sinclair and how he works. He's a very hard character to learn, and he has a lot of tech. Most of his techs comes from his ultimate and his 2. There are some tech with Rabbit too, but it's kind of like basic. Right. So with Vexing Bolt, I already talked about this, how you can angle your Vexing Bolt to hit people behind walls. You just have to look at them through the wall and then you will hit them easily. With your 2, it's kind of like a lot, so I want to start with like the basic one first. When it comes to laning phase, if you're harassing people, they will probably hide a lot, they won't really peek. So what you can do is, let's say you're here, let's say this is the tower in a lane or something. You place your clone here, and then you start harassing them. Let's say they start hiding, you go into this, you TP away, and then you can start shooting in the direction they are. So you can shoot them behind walls again, or like where they're hiding. So once you TP, your clone goes where you were standing, and they will keep shooting. That's a good way for you to relocate your clones to do more damage. So here again, like let's say they're hiding behind something like this, I can go here and I can keep harassing them around the wall. Right, I just have to aim at them, right? Next up is basically different stuff you can use with your 2 and your 4. Actually, I'll say that for last. I'll talk about Rabbit first. Rabbit is like a cone, so you're able to rabbit people like behind walls and stuff. So it's like a big ball basically. So you're able to rabbit people that's like far down and high up. So it's like a ball. Just keep that in mind. Your 2 has a lot of interactions. Has a lot of funny interactions. So if you place your 2, you can continue a melee through it. So what I mean by this, if you charge a melee and press your 2 at the same time, you can melee, or like your melee carries through your TP. So you can use this to steal mid boss, for example.
Let's get to work, Savannah.
Or if you're able to rabbit people in mid boss, like this, you just do this and you're chilling. When it comes to Spectral and Ultis, this is where the funny part starts with Sinclair tech. There's a lot of ultimates where you can pull people with your TP. So a good example of this could be Holiday. So if you have your TP far away from you, let me get the duration. TP far away, you can basically steal Holiday Lasso. It's a hard timing. You can basically steal Holiday Lasso. And at the same time as the lasso is getting casted, you lasso the Holiday, or whoever you're lassoing, and you TP the Holiday with you.
Savannah, I need your help.
Yeah, it's this timing. You can do the same with characters like Mo and Krell. So it's a very rough timing, but if you master it, you can carry, like you can bring Mo and Krill with you even, or like any character you're Krill ulting. The same works with characters like Lash. So if you steal Lash ulti and you put your clone like far away, you can basically cast this, TP, and then throw them with you. So you're like dragging them with you. So if my clone is like back here,
Please welcome my lovely assistant.
and I Lash ulti, you see it's green, right? And then I TP, and then I'm basically pulling them with me. Another tech you could do is with Ivy 2, where you steal Ivy ulti and you have a clone somewhere. So
Don't mess this up, Savannah.
if you're Ivy ulting, you can TP while you're Ivy ulting, and if you have it max, you have a silence light, right? You can TP to your clone and instantly pop silence. Another example is actually Dynamo. Not a lot of people know this, but if you are black holing someone, you can cancel your black hole and TP at the same time and like slingshot people like this. You see how they all went with me? So you can essentially slingshot people. They just appeared on me, so. And like a good example of this could be Furnace too. So you could pop in Furnace ulti, for example a mid boss, and then you can TP in the last second, then you can steal mid boss, for example, with this. Lastly, I want to go over VOD, and it is a Oracle lobby, so it doesn't really matter, but I want to talk about the macro aspect of Sinclair and how you should do the macro part. That's kind of like what I care about on the laning phase. Laning phase and the macro, and how you play Sinclair in general. So like I talked about, Sinclair is a lane bully, so you want to be super aggro in lane. That's your strong point as Sinclair, and you want to be able to utilize this. The best lane for Sinclair is left lane, where the church is, because you're able to sit here and bully people into their spawn, or like into their shop. So if you look at my positioning, I'm already positioning very aggressively, because no one can really trade with me. And if they try and trade with me, I win the trade most of the time. Like, I'm not scared of these players at all. Like, I do not care. Here I'm repositioning my clone, so I'm able to hit the paradox for more damage. I'm just gonna focus wave. And after the wave is pushed, I'm just gonna start harassing people again. My rate is like for some reason flying this. I'm just gonna try to kill them. Pretty sure we do kill the paradox here. And Ivy somehow. But as you can see, like, we are way stronger because it's Paradox Ivy and they don't really do a lot of damage. Because Ivy is not really... You can't really fight as Ivy against Sinclair. Like, you just end up dying. Like, you can see here, he's just dying. And right here, I'm still holding the left side of the church. I'm probably just gonna go buy healing right or something here. It's my assumption.
Swing by anytime.
I'm just gonna go here healing right now and probably just chill. Kinda just waiting. And I'm always gonna focus this healing creep, probably. Look for the healing creep, kill this fast. And I'm already looking aggressively, and this guy is probably gonna die. Here I'm TPing, so I'm repositioning my clone. My clone disappears here, but if my clone stays for a little bit longer, I kill this guy. And I'm still just looking for trades. Like, I'm not playing scared at all. There's no point playing scared when you're like the craziest lane builder in the game. Here I'm just playing even more aggressively, I don't care. Because my character does so much damage. So I'm just gonna harass them and kill them for free. Because my character is just unbalanced when it comes to laning phase. And in this current meta, being able to stomp lane matters a lot. Because if you stomp your lane, you basically win the game. You're able to snowball out of control after that. That's a good example of double bolting. I had my Spectral and I put my bolt, and I had 2 bolts on the Ivy, and she's hella weak. I don't know why she's building sprint boots in lane. Okay, interesting. I'm probably gonna look to shove this wave. And after this, I'm probably gonna look for something aggressive. I'm probably gonna look for a backstabber, because I'm winning lane very hard right now. I'm still pressuring, trying to look for anything, because I know the Ivy is low. Still harassing. I know the Ivy is very low, so I'm just looking. Ivy is 1 HP here. I almost killed the Ivy, actually. And here I know where they are going, because I know how the map layout is. I'm trying to aim at them through the wall, and my Spectral is basically doing damage to them. Still pushing wave, don't really care. As you can see, I have a lot of gold in the bank right now, but I'm not really backing, because I want to keep the pressure up so they're not able to reset. Them being able to reset is like the worst thing that's gonna happen now, so I'm just gonna play aggressively and look for damage and not really go by. Because as soon as I go by, they basically get, like, they have less pressure in lane. Here I see the Ivy coming back, Paradox is kind of low, I still want to try and kill the Paradox.
Time for some misdirection.
I'm just gonna steal an Ivy ulti. And here's a good example of things you can do. Like here I'm stealing Ivy ulti. I'm just tossing them at them and I'm kind of like resetting with Ivy ulti. Because my positioning was kind of bad. Now I'm probably gonna pick up some greed items.
An excellent choice.
Backstabber and...
Allow me to pique your curiosity.
Backstabber and Spirit Strike, because I'm very ahead right now. So I'm shredding their armor by 6 and their spirit by 6. So I do a lot of damage now. Yeah, my is focusing towers. I'm just gonna shoot tower. I'm probably gonna die here for greeding for tower. I don't know. Maybe I try to jump tower here if I'm not mistaken. No, my rate is going in nothing. I'm pretty sure I will greed for die for tower here. I'm pretty sure I will.
I got him.
Oh, never mind. I tried something fancy. This guy's 1 HP though. I almost killed this guy, but almost.
It's okay, I'm the
I wanna get out of laning stage. I wanna explain what I'm doing after laning. So here my Wraith is trying to fight Ivy. Ivy kills him and I just kill him very easily because I have Backstabber and Clone Up, like he just dies instantly. And here I'm probably just gonna run out tower and kill it. Here Pride is looking for me and then I'm just backing away with TP.
Good luck running from this.
So I'm just gonna clear the wave now. And look for stuff on the map. As you can see as well, I didn't really go for the buffs that spawned at 5 minutes because we had crazy pressure. So I see no point relieving the pressure. So I'm just gonna play aggressively. Here I pick up Colorful for the spirit resist and the slowing that I talked about in the item section. And now I'm just gonna roam around the map and just be hella annoying and just kill people. Because Sinclair's early strength is early to mid game. And late game it's his rabbit. So this is a free kill again. Goes rabbit. I plays the TP. Just gonna pressure this guy. We just get this kill for free as well. TP back. I see Ivy flying. I'm gonna steal Ivy ulti and I'm gonna go ult for this Paradox because I see that this guy is overextending and I'm calling my Wraith to go fight him. I'm coming and I'm gonna drop Ivy ulti and he just basically dies because I'm here. So that's another free kill. If I don't dominate in lane, I will go to boxes at 2 minutes and I will kind of play the laning stage slow. But since I'm like so ahead, I'm just gonna go ignore the boxes and the buffs technically. Here I can see they're kind of dying on the side of the map, so I'm just gonna rotate to it.
Henry, I need your
I'm placing my clone behind me so I can TP away in case something bad happens. I get parried here, which is not that good. Take a lot of damage and I just TP away. I'm just gonna clear the wave. And I'm gonna go right probably and go to boxes, I would assume. Here I pick up melee life strike. I mean melee charge helps me with catching up to people that are rabbited. I forgot to mention this is a rabbit build, which is like the optimal comp build. And right now we're just pressuring lane because there's nothing else for us to do. We want to get the flex slot going. I'm positioning in this area because if they push me I can just rabbit them and I get punished. Here I jump this guy, I steal his ulti and I probably grab 2 of them or 1 of them. And they're into tower and my Abrams charges them. And I'm able to do this because I place my clone safely and around my team so I can just get out if I need to. So I'm just gonna kill tower. After tower I'm probably just gonna back off. I'm rabbiting this guy so he can't clear the wave. I'm just gonna base.
The power of the Jinn is absolute.
Probably just do some regen. Might go side laning here probably. Yeah, I was gonna go side lane here, but the Wraith already went for it, so. Here I'm rotating to the right side because I'm expecting people to show up because the wave is kind of pushed in. So I'm already pathing here in case something happens. Just gonna jump this guy aggressively. Not really playing as scared. I messed up my ulti here, but it's whatever. Get tired again. Unfortunate. Here I'm playing a bit of aggro. I should have just backed off here. And I'm gonna get punished by the Ivy probably. Or someone. I don't know how I die here even. Oh yeah, the Ivy flew to me, so I died because of it. Yeah. It's just unfortunate that everyone's here on me. Almost get out alive actually, but it's almost. So now I'll pick up Spirit Snatch because I'm super ahead and I don't really need to buy Fortitude. I could have bought Fortitude, but I could afford Spirit Snatch. I just bought it for some tempo. Because I had 2.4k and Spirit Strike and Spirit Snatch makes it so you can buy it for 2.4. So I just bought it. I'm just playing super aggressive again. This guy popped his ulti, so I'm gonna steal his ulti. Then I'm TPing away. And I should live here because I have 2 TPs, because when you steal Yamato ulti, you get your ultimate reset and you get armor, right?
I see Ivy.
So, like, when you pop Yamato ulti, you get all your cooldowns reset. So I have basically double TP and double rabbit in fights. Here, I'm getting the urn. Because there's nothing really else for me to do on the map right now. And no one else is doing it, so I'm just gonna do it. Here I'm hovering in case I see something happening. I just don't care about this fight because I see I have 2 teammates. I'm just gonna run urn. This is a free urn.
Here's a special trick. Good luck running from this.
This guy's just gonna die. I don't know what he's doing. Keeping away from the damage. I'm chilling. Keep in mind to pop your ultimates if you steal something. If you're able to steal like an ultimate and you're not able to use it, you should just use it. Because if you don't use your ulti, it doesn't get... like the ultimate doesn't get halved.
You need more protection.
Here I pick up Enchanter's Emblem because they have a lot of spirit damage and I want more cooldown. It's good. Good cheap item. Here I'm just chilling in the back because I know they're coming. Probably gonna look for a rabbit here. This guy should probably just get nuked. Yeah, this guy's just basically 1 HP. My Abrams is gonna kill him probably. Yeah. Keeping back, cling wave again. So in general, my macro is very like depending. I go to different lanes expecting people to be there. And whenever I join a fight with my team, we should win because I have a big AoE rabbit. So now I'm walking up a bit more aggressively and I place my clone behind me so I can just leave. And I can take stupid trades like this. Like, let's say there is someone coming to me. It doesn't really matter because I can just TP away and I'm gone. Like Infernus was coming, if I didn't have my TP here, I would probably be dead. So you can play super aggressively once you have your TP up. I don't know what I'm looking to buy here, but
Here's your chance to
yeah, here I pick up the Arcane Surge. Arcane Surge is really good. As you can see, I'm kind of like sidelining because I can kind of just place a TP behind me and I can clear the waves so very easily. Like I'm not playing, I'm playing super aggressively. I don't care. I can get out very easily. So I'm shoving the waves very, very deep. So the enemies have to basically sit on their tower to react to anything. Here I see a lot of the people on the left side. I'm just playing right side. And I saw my Abrams. I'm kind of just chilling. Also get my TP is behind me. I see them fighting here, so I'm kind of playing aggressively here. I don't really care. Going up here to go behind the walker and get some damage going. He's going for my Abrams, so I'm kind of just clearing wave. Or clearing the... whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to clearing the wave. Even though my Abrams is fighting, I don't really care. Here I place my TP behind me in case I want to get out. Had a massive rabbit here. And here, I have my TP behind me, right? So I can just get out. There's a Yamato on me. I'm playing super aggressively. I'm gone. And I live again because I have TP. Here I'm probably going to pick up Fortitude. Because I have enough gold for Fortitude. And I don't need to base if I buy Fortitude here. This is where the annoying part comes in. Yeah, here's the Fortitude, and I'm just gonna chill, basically. Yamato's probably gonna end up killing this tower here, but I do a lot of damage to her, so... And this guy's just getting one shot, basically. This is why I'm so ahead right now. I'm just tipping away, it's fine. Now Urn and buff spawned. I'm just gonna clear wave again, and then probably look for Urn or the buff.
Let's push green.
I'm gonna play around my Wraith here because she wants to push up. I'm playing top here and I'm gonna place my clone on top, probably. Yeah, placing my clone on top, rapiding this guy, looking for a swap. I hit the swap on the paradox. Playing aggressively, I'm just gone. Right now I see 3 people, it's kind of pointless of me staying here, so I'm just gonna leave. And then I'm probably gonna look to pick up the Urn or do anything.
I see Paradox. I see ETERNUS.
Still chilling because my entire team is here. And I kind of want to play on my team because I have a CC ability with my rabbit. Stealing Ivy ulti here. Make some good damage.
I'm willing to die for Lashala. And I am certainly willing to...
I'm still pressuring because my entire team is here. And there's no point of me backing right now. Technically I could have gone Urn, but my team is just completely taking over now. At this point I should probably grab Urn because we got Locker.
I like it.
I'm probably grabbing Urn now. I know myself, yeah. It's on their side, but it doesn't really matter because we're so ahead and we can just force fights. All of this kind of happened because my teammates are actually like somewhat decent and like some might lane with Sinclair. Like we won a lane super early. Now we're gonna do mid because Yamato is dead and Ivy is dead. And they have like no real contest and they have to fix waves. All their waves are shoving into them, so it's a free mid boss for us. And if they do try to contest, they have to go so far, and the only person that can really contest is Yamato because of her ulti. But they're just clearing waves. I don't really care because I know they're not going to contest, so I'm just doing Urn.
Help me deliver this thing.
Now I'm probably gonna pick up like something.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the cooldown.
I like it.
Very good.
Good job.
So the reason why I bought like Spirit Snatch early is because I knew I could, because I'm so ahead. There's attack with a melee. I'm gonna steal Ivy ulti to get out. I'm just gonna drop the bomb on them for CC. Get the kill on Ivy. And now we're probably just gonna pressure their base.
Headed to Broadway.
Here, once again, I'm just fixing waves.
Your aim is impeccable.
Like, I'm not really farming camps a lot. I'm kind of just going from place to place and farming creeps. I mean, yeah, farming jungle. I mean, farming creeps and stuff like this. This guy just dies because I do so much damage at this point.
The Baxter Society was wise.
Here, my team is kind of just dying. Yeah.
Let's push yellow.
But in terms of macro, you kind of just want to like stay on the sidelines or like wherever you think fights are gonna start happening, because you want to be in those fights because you're very good in those fights. Yeah, I'm just playing like a stupid guy because I know I can just get out for free with my TP. Right, I do get punished for this because my team is kind of like on the other side, but it's whatever. But this game is pretty much over because we're so ahead from me snowballing going to other lanes, and my team is doing somewhat decent.
Shiv sows chaos.
But yeah, in general, just play side lane, look for rabbits and play around your team. And kind of just like look for a big team fight open that's possible. Like if I hit the swap on this Paradox here, she would have been dead. 100%. And here I'm just waiting for my cooldowns, kind of just chilling. We're just gonna go back now, and just buy and probably go repeat and fight them again. Yeah, we did buffs and urns. I mean, buff. Yeah, I'm placing my TP behind, so I can go super deep and clear waves. Here I'm just gonna harass this guy, so he has 2 days. I didn't miss this guy, but he's very low now. Lashes on me, I'm just TPing away. I don't care. Like right now, if you see on the map, there's 4 people on me. And I'm just gone because I have TP. So just do random stuff with your TP and just go into their jungle. Go like shove the wave super deep because you're able to. And this Yamato's just gonna explode. Because of the damage jump, and my team is being around me. Here, I see Lash ulti and dodge Lash's ulti because I have TP. Right? And I'm just gonna go in. Probably still Lash ulti or something.
Here's a special trick just for you.
No, still Paradox ulti actually. Swap the Paradox, she's just gonna die. And that's GG basically. So yeah, I'm always looking for picks whenever I have my Spectral. I'm just playing super aggressive. This game I didn't need to buy a debuff remover because they have 0 slowing hexes. So there's no point of me buying it. If they were buying slowing hexes, I had to buy a remover.
Good game. Good job.
I hope you learned something. And yeah, see you in the next guide I make. Before the video starts, I want to announce that I'm going to start doing coaching. There's a Google Forms down below in the description, and that's where you can see information.